Vanny, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone! I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Let me explain something to you. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
No one is to stone anyone until I blow this whistle.
You can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
Hello and welcome to Zedos Gang, episode number 84. I think it's 84, it could be 83. Or 85, I'm not too sure. He's always like 2 weeks. He's always like 2 weeks later posting the stuff up. Anyway, so I don't even know what number we're at. But we're on 80 something. I'm joined here today by Salmon.
How you doing?
And Leo.
Is that not loud enough, John? Hi.
Was that your Corbin Dallas?
Who?
Corbin Dallas. Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
No, I understand. I haven't seen that film since I was in school.
He can't put two together.
No. See, I like Luc Besson, but not that. That's just a lie. I like a lot of Luc Besson shit, but I just haven't seen that film for a really long time.
Oh, okay.
I know. My bad experience with it was the PlayStation game that came out with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How bad was that?
Bad.
I never played that PlayStation game.
It's as bad as the Charlie's Angels game.
I didn't know there was a Charlie's Angels game.
See, I don't even remember Charlie's Angels game, but I remember Bad Boys 2 game.
Yeah.
And that was
also bad.
That was
in the same. It's in the same.
I didn't know they made games for those movies.
Yeah. There was basically up until like the last game for a film that I remember coming out was maybe Batman Begins.
Yeah,
Right.
there was a Batman Begins.
Yeah, but that's the last one I remember seeing.
I do remember that though.
I don't remember seeing any more like tie-in movie games after that.
But see, with Batman, I sort of expected because there are other comic book based games, but you know, Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, they did a Bad Boys 2. It's like Miami Heat, I think is what it was called.
No.
And it was really glitchy and really bad.
No.
Yeah, and like
they stole a name from another.
A lot of swearing, like unnecessary swearing.
Oh man.
I remember watching a video about it once, and I was like, oh god, definitely stay away from that. But I actually own that game now. So
you know what? For the next 10 minutes, we are going to talk about the best video game movie adaptation into games.
Yeah, it's Goldeneye.
It's Goldeneye. It is Goldeneye.
This is the end of that conversation. It's Goldeneye.
But do we have a top 10?
But what's funny is Goldeneye came out
2 years after the movie. It actually coincided with Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah. Which coincidentally is a horrible game.
Yeah, that is a terrible
What
game.
is not enough is not too bad.
No, agreed, totally.
But if you were poor and didn't have the memory card, then, like I was, you had to play. You got really good at the first 4 levels, so you died, and he just was like, "Fuck it, I've had enough."
Oh,
because that's how I used to play that game. Was like, okay, let's see how far I can get in this game. So I was like pretty much expert mode up until level 4, and then things just got too difficult for me to carry.
I've actually got that game somewhere.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It is a good game. It is a good game.
I mean, I don't know. You're off the top of my head. You're like top 10. Final Fantasy Advent Children.
That's not Final Fantasy 7.
It's based on a fucking game.
It's a shit
You said,
film.
okay. Well, all right. Okay. So obviously Goldeneye. Do you know what? Yeah, I tell you a game that gets a lot of flack for being related to a movie, right?
Which is?
It's the Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Oh, what?
Man, that is terrible.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. Also, I tell you what. I remember having a lot of fun playing Jurassic Park 2.
Which
on
one?
The PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I never played the PlayStation one.
Yeah, Jurassic Park 2 on the PlayStation.
I remember when Jurassic Park, the original one, came out. There was a PC small little game attached to its children's like print sort of a thing. They had little like small movies in them, in which in the game there was this 3D glasses he had to take out and watch these films in because they were sort of 3D.
Oh,
well, they were all basically without any color. So they all looked like rainbow colored dinosaurs. And I was like, I think around 12 years old watching this on my PC. and going completely static.
See, I brought up a list online, and just so I can have a bit of a reminder. I remember having a lot of fun playing Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. That game rocks.
Oh, right, the EA one, yeah?
Yeah, it's a really good game, man. It's like a hack and slash.
Yeah,
but it's a really good game.
I know the one you're on about.
What else? Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2, I got that. I also gave it back 2 days later. Really easy game to finish, though.
Oh, right, so you were finished in 2 days.
I was finished in one sitting, completed, and then, like, the rest of the weekend was getting all the bonus bits, like you do in these games.
So you were redoing
it. And then I just got my money back.
Star Wars?
Nice.
Star Wars, which one?
Super Star Wars.
Super Star Wars, of course, man. Those three games.
Super Star Wars or Stupid Star Wars?
Super.
Those are Super Nintendo versions.
This one's a vague one, but like Vice City, because that's basically the Scarface film.
Oh, okay.
So GTA Vice City, because they did bring out a Scarface game.
Yeah, they did.
But it's not very good. It's like they should have just left it with that. Riddick. I remember that. That was a good game.
That was a good game.
That was based off a movie. And like the Matrix games, apart from Neo and Enter the Matrix.
Oh no, they were terrible.
Dude, no, they were good games, man. Like
they
people
pretty
piss
bad.
piss out of that. I was in. I thought I was good. Like
you were young. You could play anything.
At the end of Path of Neo, right? Because it runs basically all three films.
Oh yeah.
At the end of that, you just get like a stick figure conversation between the two Wachowskis.
Yeah.
I remember this vividly. And they were like, they walk into it's like one's blue and one's
Were they men or ladies
red.
at this point?
They were both men at the time.
Oh, okay, right.
Because they're both women now, right?
Yeah, they're both women now.
You're
talking about
the
the
Wachowski sisters.
Yeah.
Wachowski
Both. I thought one of them.
No. Yeah, the other one was like, also me.
Okay.
So they both walk onto the screen from either side, and they sit in the Morpheus chairs, but they're stick figures. One of them's purple, one of them's blue, one of them's pink.
Okay.
Foreshadowing. And then they both sit down and like, hi, yeah, we're the Wachowski brothers. We know that you wanted to have like to be true to the movies and stuff, but we just thought it'd be easier to just make like a big fight scene with a giant monster, giant Agent Smith. So that's what we did. And then the next scene is like an actual full CGI cutscene that they did of like all these cars and everything flying together to make a giant Agent Smith, and then the robot is like a giant robot Agent Smith, and then he pulls the glasses off like a billboard and puts them on, and then and then you have to fight that. Okay. And that's the end of the game.
I feel that was a better ending to the Matrix trilogy.
So there was that. That was a pretty good. Like game. I didn't mind that. I'm just looking at lists of stuff like games that came out.
Let me put it this way: I actually haven't played any. I don't think I've played that many games that are based off of movies, but you know, there have been a lot of vertical movies based off games, and there's one particular game that I really wish they turned it into a movie.
What's that?
Which is the you know, I was just thinking about it, and now it's completely skipped my mind. Oh, come on, what is it called? The Last
of Us.
The Last of Us, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was like, you and everybody else.
Okay.
Everybody wants that to be a fucking movie. But not really also, because I don't think you can condense that into an hour and a half enjoyably.
Oh, no, there won't be. No, that needs to be a good 3-hour movie sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Like an epic. Because that is an epic of a game.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of low points in there. Like, you'd need a lot more action beats. Also, what else is based off? What other games are based off movies that you know about?
Other games based off movies. There's loads. There's Batman the movie. There's Lethal Weapon. There's the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, Blues Brothers. Yeah.
There's loads, man.
They did a lot in the 90s.
They did loads
of
in the
Batman
90s.
games. They did
Back to the Future. Bill and Ted. There was Bill and Ted. E.T. Yeah,
so I'm
loads
guessing
of
every
E.T.
big blockbuster movie they were coming out with. They were
throwing a game in. Yeah, and they kind of followed that trend all the way up until I think about the mid 2000s.
Yeah, pretty
where
much.
People were kind of like, yeah, we're done with this now.
Yeah. Gamers cottoned on.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Spider-Man 2 was one of the better ones.
Yeah, that's right.
The Spider-Man games were pretty good. But then when they started branching off doing their own thing, I'm still kind of in. Like,
yeah.
That's why the new Spider-Man game's going to rock balls.
Yeah,
and that's why if you're an Xbox owner, it sucks to be you because you just don't get to play that game. Like, I don't care about people who have an Xbox. I'm like, you have Xbox One? Fuck off. Yeah, you're a dick. I don't know why you wasted your money.
I didn't.
Oh well, even better. Then that's fine. So you don't waste money.
It just made its way to my house. No, my brother got it, so I was like,
poor choice, man.
Yeah.
Because Xbox One's a horrible console.
Oh, I've got PS4 as well.
That's the one. Forget. Like it doesn't serve its purpose as a console because it doesn't have any intellectual property games.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing really that draws me to go want to buy an Xbox. That maybe Cuphead. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a game called Cuphead, which is the animation is very much in the style of like old school cartoons, but it's a shooter. It's like a very difficult one, but it looks beautiful. And I'm like, that's the only thing I want to get. That's definitely only on Xbox.
Oh really? Cuphead's only on Xbox?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man, that's going to be my first purchase.
Yeah, it's out. You can buy it now.
I think I might.
Yeah,
I think I will.
It's you can get it as a digital copy. It's very good, and that's the only game I would buy.
Yeah.
I don't care about Halo or anything else really that Xbox has.
But then again, if you don't have an Xbox, you've never played the game, you're never into the game. So
well, I technically did have an Xbox One because my old housemate, Ken.
Yeah,
right.
he had one.
He had one.
But he never played it, did he?
Yeah, but I did. I think I played it more than he did. And it wasn't a lot. So I was like, oh, why do I want to play this inferior console? And everyone's like, oh yeah, but look at the new hardware like the Xbox. Like, how powerful it is. Like, who gives a shit? It's like, where are the games? Where are the games? Because it could be as powerful as you want, but if there ain't no games, then I don't want to play it. But anyway, back to movies.
Back to movies. I was like, whoa.
So, can you do me a favour? Can you go turn a light on, seeing as you're the closest?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
By
it's
the
getting kind of
entrance
dark.
of the door.
I do apologise, people.
Yeah.
But Joe's not here today, so we have taken over the podcast with inferior sound. And a
inferior? Fuck you, man. I bought some mics for you. Otherwise, you can use your phone like a chief. Inferior sound. Absolutely, fuck you.
Come on, Sasha. Give us the topic of today.
Apologise.
I apologise
to
Leo.
Go. Let's move on.
I am forever grateful, though.
Alright,
so topics of today. So are you guys ready for a Shaft reboot continuation?
They did that once already.
Well,
wait a minute. Were there any movies Shaft?
There was.
There was a Samuel Jackson one.
Oh yes, it was. Oh man, I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah. So it's okay. I think everybody did.
So basically, the Shaft reboot. Alexandra Shipp has joined the cast as love interest. For those that don't know, this film's starring Jesse T. Usher, who played Will Smith's kid in Independence Day.
Oh, okay.
He's playing the title role as the new John Shaft. It's been directed by...
I have literally zero interest in this idea. Nothing. You know why? Because Wedge Dredd 2. No one asked for a new Shaft movie. Okay? This film can go lick my shaft. I am not interested in this film. I don't understand, like, honestly, it's all... we've been saying this for years, right? Very minimal original ideas. And when original ideas come out in Hollywood, they get shat on. Like Snowpiercer.
They get shafted.
They
get shafted.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Get shafted.
And now it's like, listen, there are plenty other black superheroes you could make. Don't make basically a remake of a blaxploitation film.
You know what?
You
know what I think is really hilarious out of this? They're saying like it's a passing of the torch kind of movie, and it's Son of Shaft. That's the title on IMDb. Son of Shaft.
Really?
But I swear to God that
Samuel
L. Jackson.
Son of Shaft come out of his shaft. I mean, there's so many jokes. I'm
like the last one. It was his nephew. Right. So why is Samuel L. Jackson in this? Where's Richard Roundtree? Where's original Shaft? He's not dead. He's still about. So like, come on, man. How can you Shaft?
I have no words. To be honest with you, when I saw this come up and I knew you were going to talk about it, I was like, how do I feel about that? And I was like, I think I'm going to improvise when I get there. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. I couldn't care I can give two shits. No shits. If this film came out and made all the money, made more money than Avatar, I'd be like, still don't care. I wouldn't watch it. If someone would be like, the entire universe relies on the fact that you wanted to watch this movie. I'll go, no, still don't want to. I don't care.
How about you, Salmon?
What? Stupid.
You digging some shaft?
No, well,
digging some shaft?
no, because
Just forever jokes.
yeah. and it's
No
not
one
only
wants
that,
some
it's
shaft.
that- it's
No
that
one.
No one in Hollywood is going to do it anywhere else, anyway, other than the way it is, and they're going to make it more corny.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
The only person who asked for Shaft was the victims of. Yeah, I'm saying that. Harvey Weinstein. You're looking at me going,
Oh,
"Why did you say that?"
wow.
Those are the people here. To be fair, I'm gonna weigh in on that real quick. Yeah. So I think it's just a lot of famous women who were dick shamed personally. This is my personal view. This does not represent anybody else's Zedos gang view. Just mine. Feel free to come email me at whatsthedamage.com at gmail.com if you want to have an argument with me about it. Come on my podcast and argue with me about it. It's not represent the views of anybody else, but I definitely feel that personally these chicks dance with the devil, they sucked a bit of dick, and now a few years later they're angry about it, and this is why it's come out. But famous people like, oh, I had to suck Harvey Weinstein's dick, but you're a millionaire now, so shut the fuck up. There you go. That's my
I'm
point.
not touching that.
Nobody wants to touch that. Fucking, I touched it. I don't care.
No. I mean, if I get in an argument, this is going to last about maybe 4 hours. We only have to.
Yeah.
Would you argue that point?
Yeah.
You would argue against my point.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, to be fair,
moving along.
No, hold on.
No,
I don't think it's me being. I have to finish it. Can't just leave it there.
No.
I don't think it's me being like a sexist pig or anything. But I definitely feel it's that, like, whilst he may have been in the position of power, and yes, for sure he took advantage of it, he didn't actually rape anybody. He just said, "Hey, if you want to be famous, you can suck my dick."
No, he did actually had a couple of allegations against him.
Allegations, yeah. So allegedly,
allegedly.
so
But he can't say anything until it's proven.
Yeah,
right?
so innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah.
But as it stands, he has totally stood out and said, "Yeah, I totally made people suck. I totally offered people to suck my dick to become famous, and they became famous." So he kept up his end of the bargain. If he was like, at least make sure like he make you famous first, you know, because otherwise the last thing you want is, you know, some guy laughing about it after you blow him. You know, you're there throwing up in the sink, and he's like, "I told her she was going to be famous." You know, like, you don't want that. And I will say he did that. And, like, he kept up his end of the bargain. That's how Hollywood works. That is literally how Hollywood has always worked. You fuck your way to the top. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying it's happened. And I think some of these women are kind of like, oh, I feel really annoyed about it. Well, there you go. That's why Rose McGowan ain't famous.
Okay.
Moving along.
Sort of agree with the last part of it.
You get what I'm saying? She was like, I ain't gonna do it. Okay, well, where's your career now?
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that part.
Yeah.
The woman
you can't touch it. It's true,
no.
though.
I'm not going to
so
touch
true.
it simply because the woman had been going through massive spells of cancer.
Yeah. So did a lot of other actors, and they were still working. So.
Okay, so moving
along.
along.
So uncomfortable right now. He's going to try to cut this out.
I will.
Will you really? You're going to edit this out?
I'm going to edit it out.
Oh my god, that's so bad of you.
I am going to edit it out.
Well, I'm
anyway.
just going to start mentioning it across the podcast and make you fucking do the whole thing. Promise me you won't edit it out. Don't edit it out. Hold it in. That's my opinion. Does not represent yours.
Anyway, moving along. Luc Besson still wants to do Valerian sequels. He's written them both. He wrote them both when he did all three of them.
Haven't seen the other ones. Haven't seen the other Valerian film. I heard the guy was not a very good leading actor.
He was not. Yeah, you're right about that. It was not really.
That's what I heard.
It was very. You haven't seen the movie, have you?
An insider told me. That's all I know.
But have you seen the movie though?
You're looking at me going, an insider? No, absolutely, I have not.
No.
That's why I haven't seen it. Because an insider told me that it wasn't.
I wasn't a fan.
You know who that insider? That was Harvey Weinstein when he was insider.
Anyway, what's it called? No, he felt like the guy is still a child or playing a child.
Who, Luc Besson or
No, the main lead of the.
Oh, the Hobgoblin guy. Hobgoblin boy.
Is he Hobgoblin? No.
Yeah,
but anyway, right?
Yeah, Dane DeHaan.
Yeah.
Dane DeHaan. I didn't really dig it myself. I watched it. I didn't really like any of the trailers and stuff. Joe was like, "You're out of your mind. It looks amazing." I'm like, "Okay, I know you like."
Did he watch it
too much? Yeah, he watched it.
What were his thoughts?
He loved it.
Oh, okay.
He loved it. But
I watched it. I love Luc Besson movies. It wasn't brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a lot better.
Can we
That's
not
simple.
just taken that money and put it into Lockdown too? Because that would have been so much better.
Oh, no.
Have you seen Lockdown?
I have.
That was fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious, but I wouldn't want to watch another one of those.
Why would you not?
I
So hold on,
stopped
you're
smoking,
complaining about
that's why.
Valerian 2, a Valerian movie when you could have gotten a Lockdown 2. In the grand scheme of things, which one would you have wanted?
How about?
See, you don't want to agree with me because you know I'm right. You're like,
no.
he's got a point.
Look. When you have a movie like Lockdown, one is enough, really. Valerian is one of those things that you could potentially have tons of different stories and it could work really, really well.
Yeah, but if the first one's done shit, why would you even bother doing the rest?
It's not about done shit. I don't really care about how much money it did not do.
No.
It's the fact
I
that
mean, if it's
sometimes-
actually like delivered in a bad way. Hence why this film bombed, right? Isn't that it's a deal? It's not made a lot of money.
It hasn't made that much money. That is big of the problem. I guess you're right about that, but it was never going to grasp a lot of people because it is something that not that many people know of anyway. I mean, it's all French-based everything, and basically.
But who knew about Avatar before that was made? And that made
But Avatar
all of the money.
That's true, but Avatar was pushed from the James Cameron whole studio works from day one, and they basically made sure that each and every person in the world was able to see it by making sure nobody put their movies next to the release date. And there was nothing really for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
And it made
Do you
billion.
reckon James Cameron has the power to be like to all the studios? Listen, just don't release any movies during these 3 months.
Yes.
Well,
you know
the
how.
thing
You
is,
know how.
yeah.
You know how. Simply, you know how. We took money from all of them to make the movie.
Yeah, but they weren't all involved in.
No, not all of
Avatar,
them, but a
so-
lot of the private, what I call investors that do invest in all the movies throughout the studios in Hollywood had ton of their money in this.
See, I don't know if that's true. Can anybody? Is that corroborated? what
No,
you're
you can
saying,
just pick
or
up the list of producers on the bottom and just match them.
Is it true? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not
can just
saying
say
you're
that.
lying. I just don't know if that's true.
I'm just saying that you could. I know this from basically because I used to work with tons of these producers. Used to do this.
You're actually on first name basis with James, aren't you?
No,
You call
not
him Jim,
them.
don't you?
Other people that used to work. Not used to. There's still some of them still do. I'm not gonna name them, but a lot of the money that floats around there was floating around there. The guy needed hundreds of millions in
I
order.
wonder
to get
if
this project
Harvey
done.
Weinstein was involved.
No, the guy doesn't really work with big studios. Only does when he can sell it to them.
Joe, I was laughing about talking about Miramax.
Yeah.
Is, I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, and he was talking about Miramax. He's like, yeah, we're looking for the studio called Miramax. Like, Miramax? He's talking to the drug dealers. Like, they stand for it's like 70% of my business out here.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I was like, oh god, just the future. They just don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't know about. I didn't know about Valerian. I didn't know they were making a second one until you told me today. I haven't seen the first one.
I knew from the get-go that he wanted to do
Yeah, he wanted to do a trilogy. He's still he's promoting the DVD release.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It kind of bombed pretty hard.
How much money did it make?
Let's find out.
Do you have the numbers?
I think it made that much money. And the problem is that he did use a lot of the local investors in the local studio and its investors. And I'm not sure they actually received any of that, investment back.
They're there here while we all check our
We all are
facts.
checking our phones. This is not that professional, is that? But then again, we're
Well,
not.
it's okay. So here's what I can tell you about the numbers. Right. So the budget for this film was $177 million
Yeah.
estimated. It grossed opening weekend. It made 17 million, and it grossed total worldwide 132 million. So it was a loss of $38 million.
Yeah, but what it called is worldwide. Does that include the United States? Because sometimes that exclude that from the United States.
Okay, official.
I mean, even if you added, I don't know.
Okay, so 177 million. That's not including marketing. Marketing for this would probably be about 25 million because they didn't really push it. So yeah, and it only made 225 million. So it kind of made a profit, but not
Probably
enough.
just broke even.
Yeah, not enough to greenlight like a sequel maybe, but like you know, it wasn't released by any of the major studios. It was done by, you know, Europa, I think.
It's a major.
So, yeah.
It's a major European studio.
Yeah, exactly.
So somebody, you know, someone you don't really hear of.
Yeah. So. Because it was France, it was like, you know, Europe's like biggest blockbuster to come out of France.
So that's also the Europe biggest budget.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, nobody has done more than I don't think I know anybody who's done more than 100 million in the budget. I mean, like for example, I mean, you have Justice League that has 300 somewhat million, but they also spent about 125 plus million on marketing itself.
Well, no. Justice League, they spent 300 million on the movie itself.
300 million, but they
plus
spent
an extra 125 on marketing.
125.
So,
stuff
but
like that.
We'll get back to that a bit later.
No, but I'm talking about budgets itself,
for
marketing itself. So I'm not sure if 25 million could be. They could have even spent more than that, but it didn't look as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So, they may have to do a lot. Maybe they're betting on the fact they could release a second one, use the first one as an introductory, and then get people to watch the second and third.
Yeah.
Could be a business direction if anybody wants to take that risk.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I actually liked the movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what I expected. I expected more.
I just felt it was just very predictable. We knew who the bad guy was, before the big reveal, and it was a case of seen it all before. I was just ugh.
Yeah.
I was just bored, man. I was just really bored watching that film. It was the boringest movie I've seen all year.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will disagree with me. I've got one of my friends actually who just saw it recently because of the DVD release. He thinks it's the best thing he's seen ever. But something about it.
Watch it again. My girl. But I have to admit, there was a part. When at the end, not at the end, but when she goes out to look for him and finds him, you realize, okay, we still haven't actually reached the ending, but the ending is in about half an hour's time.
Yeah.
By that time, the momentum of the movie has already sort of fallen.
Yeah.
So that's when you get bored. You go like, oh, come on. And then that thing just looks, those monsters, whatever they were, the ogre, and they're not ogres, the ogre-like-ish, I'm not sure what they were. But anyway, that was just silly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just watched Luc Besson's Adventures of, I don't know what was her name. It's a French movie. It's on Amazon. And I was watching that, and that was a lot more fun. It was only an hour and 30 minutes. And it was hardly about anything, and literally no storyline whatsoever. But because it was silly and small and short, it was a lot more fun. Anybody wants to watch it, they can, but it's on subtitles. 1 second, let me find out what the full title of this movie is. It's, I think, The Adventures of Miss... The Extraordinary Adventures of Adele Blacksock. I'm not sure I'm not pronouncing that right. The last name is BLANC-SEC.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of this?
Adventure of Adele Blansack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've seen the pictures for it. I've not actually seen the. Yeah. I've seen the poster for it. I've not seen the movie itself. But yeah.
Dumb storyline. I mean, stupid one. But then because of that, it's told to you the storyline from the get-go. You just go like, all right, I'm not going to take this movie seriously.
Yeah.
So you don't. And then the movie ends, you're like, that was fine. And that's it. You wouldn't care about it that much. You're not expecting there's anything else or anything big coming out of it. So
yeah,
you're fine. How you doing, man? Good?
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys.
All right.
Okay, moving on. So, what's next for DC? I mean, everyone's seen Justice League here, right?
Yeah.
I thought I'd bring this up now because, usually when Joe's not really into the whole DC thing. I know you guys love your.
Oh, I love my DC.
Your DC.
That's why I hate all those movies so much.
Heroes and stuff. But I mean, Justice League.
What I mean to say, I'm such a big fan that everything seems to be like that.
But with the future of DC, because of the underperformance of Justice League. Where does it leave the DC universe right now? They're talking about Flashpoint. There's all mad stuff coming out about how they want to recast Batman into Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's just a rumor. I don't think
that's just a rumor, but it's a very strong one.
Don't hire Jake Gyllenhaal, man. Hire the Scott Adkins. The much better looking Batman.
But like, yeah, there's loads of bases to cover here, and plus, like they're talking about they've announced Flashpoint as the movie to reboot. To reboot the DCU.
Oh right.
Yeah, hence the recasting of Batman.
Yeah, that's basically their way of saying we need to introduce Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I think it's also a way to introduce that we're going to change all of the characters because the first movies did not do well.
They won't. I tell you, they won't change. They won't change Wonder Woman because they can get her cheap.
Yep.
And she's popular.
Well, no, she's probably gonna ask for more for the sequel.
She won't. But she negotiated $700,000 for 3 movies. She fucked herself, mate.
Yeah.
So she'll probably be able to renegotiate, but they'll say, listen, we could just hire Michelle Lewin to just replace you completely. She's better looking. So do you see? I've shown you what she looks like, right?
No.
Michelle Lewin. Google it.
Okay. Well, anyway.
But
yeah.
But yeah, they can do that, and they can replace her, so it's not a problem. And they won't replace Jason Momoa because he was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Everyone loved him. So if anything, you could probably just replace Cyborg, and I'd never know. I only really know what a quarter of his face looks like.
Yeah.
So that's okay. You could replace him without problem. Henry Cavill they won't replace. Batman they will replace.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they might get rid of Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing with the Affleck thing. They want to keep Affleck, but the thing is, Affleck's so disinterested in doing it.
I'm
now.
disinterested in Affleck.
Yeah.
I want him to leave as well.
Really?
I'm just like, after looking at his performance, he just doesn't strike me as somebody that I care for Batman anymore. Yeah, I liked him before, and in Justice League, I just didn't like him at all. I felt like he was an inferior.
I
Batman.
never liked him.
He was an inferior Bruce Wayne. That's how I felt.
Oh, compared to BVS.
Compared to any.
Right.
Do you know what? Yeah, I hearken to compare him to maybe like he has the same charisma as Bruce Wayne as Val Kilmer does.
Val Kilmer was a good Bruce Wayne, though.
No, he wasn't.
I thought he was.
Do you know who the best Bruce Wayne was?
Who?
Like, if you want to talk about Bruce Wayne,
okay,
it was Clooney. Do you know why? Because Clooney whipped out the back card. And that's exactly what Bruce Wayne would do. Because ultimately, whilst Bruce Wayne is still... he's like, my parents got killed. He's also a playboy. Yeah. So, like, he did Bruce Wayne better than any other Bruce Wayne. If you could... Like, because, like, Keaton was almost like a child Bruce Wayne. Yeah. If you see the way he plays Bruce Wayne, he's like a child Bruce Wayne, but also a really big philanthropist, which is not what Bruce Wayne is. Yeah. He's a fucking douchebag. So like the only people who've actually played Bruce Wayne properly was Kilmer and Clooney. Those are the Bruce Waynes that I'm like, yeah. So if you want to see who played Bruce Wayne as an old man, like from Batman Beyond. Yeah, or Batman of the Future, whatever you want to call it. Right. Then that is when Batman's an old man. When Bruce Wayne's a real old man, then that's fucking Ben Affleck. Yeah, but because he's aged, but he's not old enough to be as sage as he is. Yeah. So no, I'm kind of like I'm okay with you. I'm okay with them getting rid of. Bring in somebody else. That's cool. I don't mind. Put the cowl on somebody else.
What about Gyllenhaal?
I like Gyllenhaal. I think he's too young.
I think he's not my first choice for Batman.
No, Scott Adkins is my first choice.
Oh, really?
Dude, I'm telling you, Scott Adkins.
I know Scott Adkins.
Yeah, Scott Adkins.
After watching, what Heath Ledger do his Joker thing, I've stopped trying to figure out who's going to be better and who's going to be better.
Yeah, that's right.
But the problem is then, sometimes when you fear the worst, the worst happens. And that's what Ben Affleck, I didn't like at all what he's done. But that said, I don't think he was given a lot to do either. Yeah. If you think about it. Oh, that thing. Okay, I know him.
Right?
Yeah.
Scott Adkins.
Okay, yeah.
I think he would pull off Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Can't remember the way he acts, but I do know
he's not a bad actor.
Yeah.
He's been good in some of the stuff he's done, like the Undisputed movies. Yeah. He's in the second... the fuck's it called? Expendables films.
Yeah. Right, that's it. That's where I know him from. Yeah. I was trying to figure out where I know him from.
He has like the fist fight with Jason Statham.
Yeah. That's where I know him from.
Jason Statham's got the brass knuckles. You can't be a classic. That's and he knocks him out and throws him into the propeller.
You say Scott actors? I think John Hamm.
Nah.
No?
John Hamm's too... I don't know. I don't like John Hamm for it.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what annoys me, right?
I only
The
say
guy
that
who plays-
because of Mad Men.
The guy who plays Deathstroke,
Oh, yeah.
that would have been the good Bruce Wayne, but they've already cast him as Deathstroke.
Yeah.
So, unless he doesn't take off his mask.
Oh yeah,
Unless you never let Slade Wilson, take off his mask.
Yeah.
They've already showed a picture of what he looks like with.
Yeah, then that's
yeah.
a problem, right?
Yeah.
See what I mean? So, but if they never did that,
Yeah.
then yeah, for sure you can get away with it.
Yeah.
You can play both and just taking the money of that. But yeah, I'm telling you, Scott Adkins is the guy. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's too young. He's still a bit too young for me.
But at the end of the day, with this new Flashpoint thing, that will help them redo everything they've done up to now.
Have you read Flashpoint?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a better story. If you put in Bruce Wayne's dad,
Yeah.
then you have my interest.
Yeah.
If you do Flashpoint, because Flashpoint was Bruce Wayne's dad.
Yeah.
If you do that, I'm absolutely in there. If you do Flashpoint properly, then yeah. But what Justice League should have really been, the Justice League movie and BVS should have been the Justice League War animated film. That's what it should have been. They should have made exactly that movie.
Yeah.
They should have been building Darkseid up in the other stuff. So build Darkseid up and then make Justice League War.
Yeah.
Throw in Green Lantern as a side note. Just like they did in this, but with an actual character. Have all the characters meet each other in that format, and then you're good to go. But they didn't do that because they're fucking morons.
And they had no Hawkman.
But Hawkman wasn't in Justice League War.
No, he wasn't.
Everybody who's in Justice League was in Justice League.
Yeah.
Like Martian Manhunter's not there.
Yeah.
Hawkman's not there.
Yeah.
Like the only people who were there were Cyborg, and every character gets a decent enough intro in that hour and a half movie. Right? Hour and a half animated movie. You get Batman, Green Lantern, because the back and forth between Green Lantern and Batman in that Justice League animated film is enough for you to understand that Batman's rich and that is his superpower.
Yeah.
And the Flash is still the Flash. The Flash is the Flash as it is.
Yeah.
And you got Shazam who's in it as well.
Oh yeah.
Because Shazam turns up in that as well. So you got Shazam, Flash, Green Lantern, Batman, and is Green Arrow in it? No, he's not. Superman and Wonder Woman. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then they fight Darkseid as a one-off fight. Fuck Steppenwolf. Who gives a shit? I'm a DC fan. I could not give two shits about Steppenwolf. I could not. You know why? Because you just threw in a fucking CGI animated character that I don't care about.
Yeah.
There's like I identify with Zod and his crew because they were essentially
they were
like
human.
they were acted by real people, and I'm in. Like you have my interest.
Steppenwolf didn't really do much. He was just one note, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
just
There was no
one
like.
note.
There was no side plan. It was very basic, and I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it more than I thought it was going to, because I went in expecting a pile of shit.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
I got
same.
I got something better than that.
But for me, the whole film, has spoilers. That bit when they fight Superman and Flash thinks he can outsmart him.
That's the best bit. Yeah,
that is the best bit in the whole damn
movie.
movie.
That's the only bit that actually actually are feeling good about.
I was howling. I was cracking up so much.
But the thing is, what's also good is like it's not as dark. Superman's a lot more. The whole thing's a lot more lighthearted, which is definitely Joss Whedon's input, and I'm in with that. No. Hire Joss Whedon, do your other Justice League movie. Exactly. Hire him to do that. If the formula works, then work with that formula. Don't change it up because he wants more money. Pay him the money. Yeah. He will make you a better film. And he will give you a successful franchise if you don't do that.
They need to get rid of Zack Snyder. That's my only.
I think Zack's pretty much out.
He's out anyway. He's out. Yeah. I mean, obviously, what happened like with his daughter and shit sucks a lot, right? Yeah. And that may have had some effect on the quality of the directing that he brought forward because his attention was elsewhere.
Yeah. I don't think that.
I said may have.
I think looking at that movie, put it this way, there was still a giant fucking spider in that damn movie.
Exactly.
And that's not.
Is John Peters still involved?
Yeah, he's still involved.
Yeah,
as long as Superman's on the silver screen.
Oh, is that the same guy?
It's the same guy.
What's him and his spiders?
Who knows? Who knows?
But if you watch the whole thing, you realize
that's part of the problem with the DCU. If you look at the line of producers and stuff, you've got a lot of people from the Nolan era who are a bunch of guys that never read a comic book in their lives, like Charles Roven, who's a very good producer on a lot of films, and has been at Warner Brothers for decades. But I mean, what's he know about comic books? You know what I mean? But I was brought on board to make a decent film, being Dark Knight trilogy. You know what I mean? Because he was coming through Nolan's camp.
Right.
Chris Nolan's still attached, even though just to literally keep the damn thing away from his trilogy. That's the only reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, he cast Ben Affleck.
I didn't know he did.
Yeah, he did. Because the point was, Warner's wanted it to be part of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Right.
He didn't want that.
So they won't ruin the trilogy.
He hired Zack Snyder. Seems like
he hired the perfect right people to destroy whatever's coming out.
But the thing, but the thing is though, it's kind of like you got to understand when Man of Steel came out.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a script by David Goyer, who co-wrote the Batman films with his brother, kind of thing. They're friends, and he had the Superman. Was it Warner Brothers wanted to do Superman, so they offer him Superman, Christopher Nolan. He has no interest in doing Superman. So, but he knows that David Goyer has a script that he's always wanted to do, which was Man of Steel.
Right.
So they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He stayed on board to help him make his film.
Yeah.
And then the other reason why he was a producer, because he knew they were going to do the Justice League thing.
Right.
He wanted to stay on just so that they didn't touch his Dark Knight trilogy. That's literally it. That's why he was in charge of hiring the next Batman. That was part of the deal.
But in any case, when it comes to Flashpoint in this particular movie, I mean, watching Justice League, you can literally see the difference between what Zack Snyder has done and what Joss Whedon has come and added.
I mean, they're very vastly different.
Exactly, they differentiate. But the thing is, if you think about, maybe Zack Snyder improving onto his work, his last project was literally bombed.
Yeah.
He didn't move away from that. I mean, it was still.
Oh no, he was contracted to stay.
No. I mean to say is improve onto that. I mean, the scene still had one-line dialogues which were moronic. They weren't really going anywhere. It was literally like he goes off making a movie off storyboards without any dialogue, and basically shouts out, "Say this," films it, and just puts it up. Because there's literally nothing there.
I'm pretty sure that's not the point.
I know, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like there was ever a script written. It feels like I want this to happen. I want that to happen. I want this
pretty
action,
much. That's pretty much what does happen on these films. I mean, like, I wouldn't blame Zack Snyder myself because, like I said, there's a lot of people with different opinions running the ship.
Sure.
Like Spider Guy. And, you know what I mean? He's a king. Look at Batman vs Superman. Superman had guards in the dream sequence. It's like, I want guards. Okay, how am I going to work this? A dream sequence. Yeah, cool. Do you know what I mean? If you didn't have that guy, you wouldn't get all these wacky decisions, and that's energy spent more creatively in an area where the film needs it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like when he came with the spider tank thing, there was no reason for that to be there, but they just did it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like no one would have thought of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? No one in their right mind would have thought of that. He's called Batman, not Spider-Man. You know, like, it made no sense. But I don't know, man. But that's just my.
They can save themselves. They would have to change the production team, and they definitely have to change the director, in my view, in order to get this ship moving in the right direction the way they want it to.
Yeah. Move along. So, onto the Marvel side of things. Mm-hmm. So, on the Happy, Sad and Confused podcast, actor Ben Mendelsohn of Rogue One fame, who played Director Krennic in that film, he was asked if there was any role that he'd like to play, and he says the role he'd like to play is Doctor Doom if they ever make a Fantastic Four movie.
Right.
Thoughts on Ben Mendelsohn as Doctor Doom? If not, who would you guys cast as Doctor Doom?
John Hamm.
John Hamm? Really? Wow, that's
a left.
That's not actually, because I was going to say John Hamm, but
okay,
because I think John Hamm could be Doctor Doom, but I don't know. How about yourself?
I don't know. I can't think of anybody at this particular moment in time. Probably if I come up with something, I'll put it up. But I can't think of anybody.
Is it Ben Mendelsohn a bit old to be Doctor Doom?
He is a bit old, but it depends which way they go with it, really.
Because wasn't he Orson Krennic?
Yeah, he was Orson Krennic. Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue One, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think he's a bit old. I think Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom himself needs a bit more gravitas.
Yeah.
And I think someone like John Hamm, Mad Men John Hamm, could bring that to the fold. But do I give a shit about Fantastic Four film? Really not.
Yeah, we really should have got Neil on here, huh?
I'm not really a big fan of a Fantastic Four movie. Throw them in to the universe.
Yeah.
And just have them exist. I don't need it explained. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. 4 people, powers, cool, let's move on. like Invisible Chick, dude, sticks made out of rock. Like, yeah, let's just go on.
No, but what do you call, do Fox still own the rights?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Not for long.
Oh, maybe
if
not
fucking
for long.
Disney buy them out, then everything will fall
Yeah,
apart.
But back on that, there are two factors there. If Disney buy them out, then they own them. If Fox sell to another studio,
the rumor is not a studio but a cable company.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works with their
a
IPs.
mobile company. Verizon and AT&T put a bid on it, something like that.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
maybe wrong on that. No. Is it a cable company or a mobile company? I'm just sure. It's not a studio. That's what I know.
Okay.
But that's, again, it's something like that they announced, or somebody announced that they have met.
Yeah.
And they basically approached them, and that's it. To approach them and said, we are interested in that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that has gone anywhere, and even to a meeting yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
So, Taika Waititi wants to do another Thor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who's up for that?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Taika Waititi, I told you this already, he's one of my favourite directors. Thor is hands down one of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah.
Forgetting the fact that it's a Marvel, remove that from the equation. Just as a movie, it's one of, I've told you, it's 10 out of 10. Like, I can't fault that film.
No.
Like, I cannot fault it. I can't find anything wrong with that movie to the point where I'm like, yeah, that's literally a 10. Like, that's a 10. I can't go wrong with that. So, as far as it's that. And the thing is, 2 of my favourite films of all time that I've ever seen are done by him. One being Hunt for the Wilder People, which I was telling, which you wrote about the other day.
Yep.
And this one. So, yeah.
Have you seen the other 2 films he did?
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah,
that's really good. It's
really?
funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean,
I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, it's the only reason it's not on my top 10 films of all time is because I just think it would be unfair to other directors.
Yeah.
It's the only reason. But all of his films he's done are really good. They're really entertaining. He's a very good director. I hadn't seen him do action before in the manner of which he's done it. But he did it, and he did it really well. He's a very talented director, and I'm absolutely down with anything else that he does.
So everyone's up for more cosmic Thor. Thor's done with Earth.
Any Thor done by him, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that film, oh man, I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch it again in the cinema, but like, no. I want to watch it in the comfort of my own fucking home.
That's true.
I know, but I want to watch it at home. I want to watch it on my fucking 4K TV because it would be better quality than whatever they fucking show it in the cinema at. So I want the 4K Ultra HD. I want the surround sound. I want to do that at my house with like a fucking pizza instead of having to sneak in McDonald's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but I'm down.
I agree with you completely. I mean, the fact is,
cool. Moving on.
And they wanted to change up and revive the sort of thing. They have done it. Let this guy to carry on until they feel like it's going down a bit again. They can change up it again. He is open. He's allowed that door that was open to be fully open to do that. That means Thor can last 10, 20 movies. I mean, not 20, but 10 movies.
Can't remember.
They do well.
Some American football player. Someone posted something. He was like, he had wrote something on Twitter about how he believes that Justice League is better than Thor, and I commented on that. I tweeted to him. He went, some football player I think this football player's had a concussion because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, because the numbers will prove it alone, and the fact that it's just genuinely a better movie. Like, I enjoyed Justice League, but I didn't walk out going, wow.
Oh yeah, totally.
But Thor, I was like, that's fucking great. That's literally, that was just everything. Like, even the length that it lasted for like that as a movie. Yeah,
exactly. There was no time wastage in that thing.
And
that comes from a director with no fucking money. That's a director who had no money and knows how to make everything last and do with little budget as best as he can.
Exactly.
And if you've seen Hunt for the Wilder People, you know that a lot of the people in that movie are in Thor.
Oh yeah,
totally. Low key in Thor as well.
Yeah.
Just really.
So you got like Sam Neill.
Sam Neill, yeah.
Sam
all
Neill's
of a sudden, Sam Neill's there, and I was like,
and the woman,
is no one acknowledging this?
And the woman's like a guard or something.
There were so many people in there. I mean, the first Matt Damon kind of shook me.
Yeah.
And then the other guy shook me.
That was another thing. I was just like, who threw Matt Damon in here? And it's just a
Turns out him and Chris Hemsworth are good friends.
Yeah.
So he was probably just like, I need you in my movie. And he's like, well, as soon as I finish filming this film about little people, I'm in.
Yeah. I just knew it was coming out.
Honey, I Shrunk Matt Damon, which is what basically that film is.
Have you seen it?
No, but I'm sure it's exactly what I think
Suburbicon.
it's going to be.
Suburbicon. It's not got good reviews, has it?
I don't know. I haven't checked it out.
I checked it out. I was planning to go and watch it on Friday.
Yeah.
And the reviews are not that good.
Wow.
I mean, they're not even subpar.
Okay.
So I didn't bother. Because usually I do like Clooney's movies. I mean, they don't do that well, but I like the way he makes them.
Yeah.
This one's
did Clooney make this one?
Yeah, Clooney directed it.
I can't remember what it was.
Really?
There was a film that Matt Damon did recently, not too long ago, but that they had to clear the set every time he was on there because people kept shouting Matt Damon, like viewers, or spectators.
Oh right!
Wow. Matt Damon in the way that they did in Team America, and I'm like, God, that's what you're known for now. Like, that sucks.
A story like that just came on TV on this Friday, and Graham Norton and Mark Wahlberg was talking about him filming in Daddy's Home and what I call the Perfect Storm in Boston. And everybody else was saying basically this: the people come around and shout at him, but they know him, and he knows them.
Right.
It's like, you look like a guy who looks like, he's been breaking into cars. He knows him, and they know him. And they're basically, yelling at him over the fence while they're trying to film this thing.
I would love
the most
to just funniest.
Shout,
say hi to your mother for me. That's what I would say. Like, hey, yo, Mark Wahlberg, say hi to your mother for me, okay?
Anyway, but yeah, that's one.
Oh, man.
I actually watched it.
Daddy's Home 2?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I actually liked it.
I love the first one.
I love it.
I love how they're like basically low-key just reintegrating Mel Gibson back into films. They're just we're just going to slip him into these movies.
Yeah, well, I don't care. He's good.
Yeah, I love Mel Gibson. Fucking let it go, man. He was a bit racist. Whatever. Let's move on. He said some shit. We all say shit. Let's just move on. It's like,
but he was
good. Text my girlfriend when I was single, and I would do that like when I was a single guy a while ago.
Yeah.
And I would do that shit, and we all make mistakes. Let it go. It's fine. Whatever. He's Mel Gibson. Look, just watch Signs and realize he's fucking good. That's it. That's what I say to people. Like, if you want to watch Mel Gibson at his absolute best at acting, right? Like for me, the pinnacle of that bit is in Signs when that bit where like he's talking to M. Night Shyamalan in the car, the vet who killed his wife.
Yeah.
And he says to him, "I'm sorry for what I've done to you and yours." And then like Mel Gibson does that thing. He does a thing where he almost breaks down and cries, but then just pulls it back. I was like, wow. And that stuck with me forever. That little bit that he does there, and I was like, that's so good. And that's literally like, for me, if I'm like, that's acting right there. That's like a man who's
a good director
believing
too.
everything.
Oh yeah, he's a great director.
Yeah,
I'm going to name a really crap film now.
Okay.
Expendables 3. Now you know what? As bad as that movie is,
He made that film.
There's one scene in the whole film. If you were going to take that one scene and put it in another movie,
right?
Oscar.
What scene?
It's the scene where they start talking about the backstory about the Expendables and who brought it up, and it's literally Stallone and Mel Gibson just going at it with each other kind of thing. And I'm sorry, dude, but like for an action movie, dude brought in the big guns with his performance for that one scene, and it's like the rest of the movie's just like can't get past that scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're basically saying that scene sticks out so much.
It sticks out so much. Do you know why?
Movies...
But do you know why? Because like they were trying to make it work in all different ways, and then Mel Gibson was like, "Let me take a pass at it." So he He wrote the dialogue.
Right.
He went away for about 10 minutes, rewrote the whole dialogue to that scene,
Right.
and it's more or less a monologue for his character.
Right.
And he just went.
Yeah,
He
I
just
love,
went.
I love his character. I love Mel Gibson.
And he directed the scene as well. Okay. And it was
The only
like
thing I've never liked
there
about
you
Man
go.
it just it's like a really bad movie,
Right.
but it has one scene,
Right.
and that one scene, like, whoa, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Compared to the rest of the crap that was circulating around in there, you know.
Yeah.
But
there's only one film that I the only thing I don't like that he ever did was Passion. That's it. I think everything else, I think everything else I'm in, but Passion I was just like, oh, that's a bit too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great. Even with the racism, I'll take it. Cool.
So Lethal Weapon 5?
Yeah, I'm in.
You're
I've told
in?
you this already.
I'm in.
Like, I'm in. Make a
He
Lethal Weapon 5.
mentioned that on Graham Norton, but he said that they just had a chat and
Yeah.
nothing has been. But
Yeah.
that's probably just making sure that they
You know what, though?
No, he's just asking Danny Glover about his health.
Yeah.
That's all. Danny, can you still walk?
Yeah,
Or
just on the
are
first
you
one.
finally too old
I
for
remember,
this shit?
yeah,
I saw
because he
an
said that in the
advert.
first one.
I saw an advert a year ago while I was in the States.
Right.
So he'd show up on this advert. I forget what he was advertising. Danny Glover.
Right.
And it's filmed recently as well. And the thing is, he was in a film out around the same time, some kind of Christmas film. In a Christmas film,
Right.
he looks old. He looks like whatever. In this advert, he looked like he just walked off of Predator 2.
Really?
Yeah. They
It's probably
obviously
CGI though.
they obviously made him up. Well,
Yeah.
and it wasn't CG, it was all practical makeup as well. So I'm just kind of like, damn, you can still make him look however
But
old
it
you
doesn't
want
matter. I
him
mean,
to.
Mel Gibson looks.
Yeah, Mel Gibson looks
dead
more
old as
old
well
than
now.
he does. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's fine. I mean.
There's a film called Almost Christmas. I think what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Almost Christmas. I'm just looking at Christmas films,
Yeah,
and that would have been him.
What's next week? There's a couple of Christmas films coming out, right?
I think so. I think so.
Is
I'm
there?
pretty sure. I'm surprised I'm a movies podcast guy and I don't know the Christmas films list.
Something
Next
someone
week,
invented
guys.
Christmas. Something I think is a Christmas Carol movie.
Oh, okay.
That's coming out next week. I don't know. We'll see.
So, Murder on the Oriental Express
Haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
made all the monies.
Yeah, it's good.
Made
yeah.
all the monies.
Yeah.
Fox want a sequel. Death on the Nile is definitely happening.
Nice, good.
Um,
I've seen the
yeah.
original one. I really liked it, and I liked watching the TV series Poirot.
Now, this is the thing. He's my Poirot.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
my Poirot. I got the box set. Okay.
Right.
So when I watch this movie version, I'm not gonna lie. Like Kenneth Branagh does an excellent Poirot. He does a good French accent.
But David Suchet's the one.
But yeah, David Suchet is the one. He's the
Is that how
one.
you say his name? Suchet?
Suchet, yeah.
Oh, Suchet when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
I've always known it as Suchet. It's just
Suchet.
it's spelled. There's no faggoty little thing over any of the letters. So I was just like Suchet. I don't know.
But yeah, well, they could make it better as well. I mean, they know what worked and what didn't work in this film.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be quite honest, the only problem I had with it was like, yeah, it had CGI in it, and I just felt the CG looked a bit dodge.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
They made that shit back in the fucking.
Exactly.
50s,
That's my
shit.
point. That was my point. That was my point, bruv. I mean, like, David Suchet did it on an ITV TV drama budget. How the hell? They've
People
got
hate that fucking movie. I don't understand why.
They're idiots.
That's a good fucking movie.
They are idiots. They are idiots. But my point is, it was all practical. It was all real. But they needed to have the fake CGI train.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what? You just ruined it. You
Probably cheaper than fucking the train.
That's
the only reason they're like, look, we can source the fucking right train,
Yeah.
and do all that shit, or you could just fucking Google some pictures, and
Yeah.
just redo the train on CGI, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
You mean the train when it was moving?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
certain places because it was up in the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
These fucking dickheads, they couldn't Thomas the Tank Engine that shit.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
to- original Thomas the Tank
I would've-
Engine.
No, but they actually got the stupid train and put it somewhere in Kent, and then they filmed it all inside there. Or is it Surrey?
I don't know, maybe I haven't seen the film yet. I've seen the
Oh, you haven't?
originals, and I haven't seen
no,
the
I
new
watched
one.
it.
It looked okay, but I'm like, do I really want
Well,
to?
my only
screw
problem
up
with the whole
rest of
movie
stuff
was
I've seen?
that there wasn't enough time with each character, and so you didn't. I think only Judi Dench pulled it off with 2 lines at a time in a scene, sort of thing. Because about 80% of the time, you only, with the detective, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, little work done, but at the end of the day, it was okay.
Yeah.
And if they do another one, it probably will make money, and they could do better.
Yeah. Okay, last thing of the day. Looks like Gambit is back on.
Really?
X-Men's Gambit with Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Him too.
Wow.
Channing Tatum. Yeah, he's there. They've just cast Lizzie Clapton as Bella. I've forgotten her name now. Bella Della. The love interest. She's got to be the love interest of Gambit. So yeah, thoughts. Gambit. I'm surprised this thing's still getting made. This has had like about 4 directors leave the project. They've been trying to make this since.
I hope there's in the
They've been trying to make
already,
this
because if the script already. Then
well, it's been through about 5 different scripts by now. I mean, like they've just restarted from scratch again. They got Gore Verbinski from Pirates of the Caribbean and Lone Ranger fame to do this, so it's going to be like 3 hours long. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a set piece in there where it's like past the parcel of some device that will go on way too long in the middle of the film, kind of like Dead Man's Chest with the little Dead Man's Chest thing where they're all playing past the parcel. You ever see Lone Ranger when they're like jumping from train to train? Yeah, there'll be some bullshit like that. And
that's the thing. So when there's scripts around, it screws it up. I was watching something. I'm not sure where I was watching. It was basically a documentary on the making of Superman Returns.
Oh yeah.
And the director came in and talked why it was made the way it was.
Yeah.
And why the script was the way it was.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because he came in after like the 5th script had put in. The thing was in works for like 10 years or 12, 15 years. And what he ended up with, because of producers and everybody else, was the amalgamation of all those 5 scripts.
Yeah.
It literally, scene by scene, chucked in from this
and
and
back
there.
to what we were talking about earlier, that's what goes on with the DCU in general because it's the same producers.
Right.
It's the exact same producers as BVS and Justice League and Man of Steel. So yeah, it's the same. That guy, that John Peters guy, there's a documentary on the. I keep bringing this up all the time, but there's a documentary called "The Death of Superman: What Happened."
Yeah.
You should check that documentary.
It's called "The Death of Superman Lives."
Oh yeah, Death of Superman Lives. What happens?
Okay.
It's about the failed Nick Cage version that almost came out in the late 90s.
They filmed it.
No, they did test shoots, so you see Cage in the suit in about 3 different suits. In fact, you see like loads of footage.
Right.
You see test footage. You see stuff that was built for the movie.
I've just showed him the IMDb page.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All kinds of crazy stuff. Have you ever seen that famous picture of Nick Cage in the Superman suit?
No, I've never seen it.
I'll Google it now.
No. What it called? I'll Google it. Don't worry about that. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
See, I was watching this particular thing, and the fact was, oh my god, thank God, that looks horrible. That looks like
a toy that they've just put a picture of his face on top of.
No, yeah. It looks like a rock star got so drunk, stole someone's Superman costume, and went out.
Yeah.
Best Superman. Who do you think is best Superman? If you don't say Dean Cain, you're wrong. I'm just saying. If Dean Cain is not your favourite Superman, you are wrong.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
Well, there you go then. You're wrong.
I grew up with Christopher Reeves, man.
So back to Gambit. Back to Gambit. Gambit. Leo, your thoughts on Gambit?
I could not give 2 shits about Gambit. I don't care about the character. I don't care about...
Really?
Yeah, I didn't care about it
Seriously?
when he was played in the fucking shitty Wolverine movie.
You know what? I like the guy that played him in the shitty Wolverine movie. I just didn't like the movie.
I know, but I didn't
I was
care
just
about,
confused. I was just confused why Gambit was in Wolverine Origins.
Because they
made
made
no
an
sense.
Origins movie. Speaking of, we were talking about movie-based games. The Wolverine Origins game is fucking better than the movie. It's a very good hack and slash game.
And Mark Hamill does the voice for Wolverine in there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Amazing. Mark Hamill's in loads of shit that you don't even know about.
I know.
No,
Straight up. I'm always so shell-shocked when I see someone. I'm like, that was fucking Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Mark Hamill's because thing, what I call listings of work he's done in credits. 300 plus.
Yeah.
On average, actors usually about 50. or 60.
Yeah, just Mark
His
Hamill
age,
just doesn't
maybe
turn down a
100,
role.
120.
You don't know what his financial situation is, though. He might have shitloads of debt. plus his face got burned.
All
Maybe
the
he's still
time.
paying for that fucking bill.
Yeah, it could be. But he
You know
works
that, right?
all the time.
You know that happened to him in Star Wars, right?
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
His face
Face-
got burned, didn't it?
Oh yeah,
What?
no, it was a car accident.
Oh, is it? I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a car
car
accident. Yeah, but his face got burned whilst he was making Star Wars, right? The car accident
I think it was
the
a
burn on his
scar.
face.
Yeah, it was a scar.
It was
Was
a
it?
scar.
I thought it was a
yeah,
burn.
He had
Yeah.
plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
No, they had to. No,
That's
they
why.
had-
That's why in
in the
Empire
movie they
Strikes
had to-
Back. That's why in Empire Strikes Back at the start,
Yeah,
the ice monster, the Wampa, comes and smacks him in the face.
Yeah.
That's why they did that. And if you look at Empire Strikes Back, when he's in the Bacta tank, he's got that thing on his face. Because the reason why they added that scene is because like what do you call it? They were just afraid. The producers were afraid that the kids wouldn't know who it was because of the plastic surgery. I still think he looks the same, but apparently they were like, no, he looks too different. I didn't notice anything.
I don't really
but
care.
Yeah.
It was him. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Yeah. No, but he works a lot. I mean, he's in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
Robot Chicken, loads of stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. It means he's staying busy. A lot of actors, they just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they might just live off that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
He's
they,
like, "No, I'm
or
gonna
they,
make
or,
dough."
or they're like his co-star Harrison Ford, who
Has he got kids, Mark Hamill?
Yeah,
He has, yeah?
he has.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many?
I think 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I met one of them.
You met one of Mark
I
Hamill's
met.
kids?
I actually met Mark Hamill's daughter at the Civil War premiere. No, for real. So, yeah.
What was her name?
Chelsea. I didn't really get her name there, but you know, you hear him talk in interviews and stuff, and yeah. But this was. She's okay, but no. But okay, true story. This is what happened at the Civil War premiere. So just holding the door,
Right.
literally, just holding the door. Well, I was inside the screen first for you know seating people and stuff,
Right.
and then majority of my screen was filled.
Right.
So just went outside, and they were like, "Sash, could you hold the door for screen 7 of Extreme Screen 7?" So I was like, "Cool." So I'm holding the door with my mate Samuel.
Right.
Okay, and this is also a true story. My mate Samuel accidentally tripped up Samuel L. Jackson.
Really?
Samuel tripped up Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, I got
And
it.
this guy
I didn't
got
need
it.
repeating.
This
I
guy got it.
understood.
This
Are you
guy
talking
got
about
it.
Samuel, like Samuel, the
this,
one I know?
yeah,
Samuel.
yeah,
Oh, him.
yeah.
Of course he tripped.
Yeah.
That guy was-
No, not that Samuel, not
Okay.
little guy Samuel, not the Samuel. Anyway, so Samuel's there and he's got his foot out, and Samuel Jackson just walks past and he trips, but he doesn't fall over. He styles it out and just carries on walking.
Right.
But everyone saw it,
Right.
and like everyone was like ripping him. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And then it was one of those stories. He went and told his friends when he was going to watch a film. Oh, this is what happened, and none of them believed him. And then we were like, no, it happened. He tripped up Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel tripped up Samuel L. Jackson. That's a shout to my mate Samuel Smith, who works at Trinity.
I mean, Mark Hamill's daughter, Chelsea. Yeah,
But back to Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've worked a couple of these premieres before. This was no biggie. So Robert Downey Jr.'s there, all the Avengers are there. I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm not even starstruck, whatever. And then this woman comes up to me. She's like, "Hi, where's the concession?" So I was like, "Yeah, it's down there." That was Chelsea Hamill. I had no clue. She's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to look for my dad. He's by the food stand." I was like, "Yeah, it's down there." Cool, whatever. And then like, you know, I kind of checked out. I was like, "Well, okay, cool." And then she comes back with her dad, and I was like, "This." It's Mark fucking Hamill. I was starstruck, man. I just shut up, opened the door, let him go through. It's like, shit, man. Fucking original Jedi was there. I seriously, Ben Affleck could have been there. I wouldn't have given no shits, but fucking Mark Hamill, I was speechless.
Ben Affleck, I would have just been like, "Oh, there's Mark Hamill." Affleck, you would have bombed in Phantom. Go back to looking at Mark Hamill. Do you know what I really want to watch? Reindeer Games. It's on Amazon Video, and I'm like, I want to watch that because it reminds me of when they're having a little back and forth, and he's just like, "Well, sometimes you make reindeer games." I was like, "Oh wow, I need to see that fucking movie."
Oh man, that's it, guys. We're at the end of the podcast.
Cool.
Where can we?
Goodbye.
Leo's gone. Where can we find you, dude?
You can always find me on SAL_F1 on Twitter. You can always throw me a shout and I'll respond.
Leo, are you still here?
I was waiting for you to introduce me.
Well, you said bye. It was like...
Yeah, you're using my mics, motherfucker. So
Can't
I
read
ain't gonna
that.
just fucking tip the fuck out. I'm gonna ghost like Swayze. I need my shit. Yeah, I mean, you can find me on what'sdamage@gmail.com if you want to discuss more of that Harvey Weinstein subject with me. That will make no sense to you because he has edited it all out because he's a cunt. And because God forbid you have controversy on your show. And yeah, so it would be that, and then you can also get me on What's the Damage podcast page on Facebook, and Harvey Weinstein, and you can also find me on Harvey Weinstein, and I'm just gonna do it so many times just to make sure you can't edit it out. No, that's it. Yeah, that's where you'll find Harvey Weinstein and find me, and then you're good to go. Thank you very much, Harvey Weinstein.
On that subject,
Harvey Weinstein.
on that subject, on that note, this is Zedos Gang, and we're signing off.
Take a shower, white power.
Bye.